Mr. King, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you for coming on. Now, there's already a whole lot going on about alliances, coalitions, and the plans for the 2027 elections. So let's start with the adoption of the ADC as the coalition's party of choice. Is this a viable option?
I can hear you now. It's better now. Better, I can hear you now.
All right. I was asking about the adoption of the ADC for the coalition's party of choice, and by the coalition I mean the former Senate President David Mark to Rauf Aregbesola and the Labour Party presidential candidate for 2023, as well as Atiku Abubakar. Is the ADC the right choice to make going into 2027? Is it a viable option?
Well, I think the politicians, P2B, Atiku Abubakar, Rotimi and Mechi will answer that question, whether it's a viable option for them. But for me, I am a little bit worried because are you removing Tinubu because Tinubu is not performing? Are you removing Tinubu because Tinubu is from a particular place, from the south? Are you removing Tinubu because you are not in power, you want to be in power? Are you removing Tinubu because you want to bring something new? But if you are removing Tinubu for all of these obvious reasons, because it's not performing, particularly because it's not performing, then it's good. But if you are removing Tinubu, if you are fighting to remove Tinubu simply because Tinubu is from a particular ethnic group, or Tinubu is not your friend anymore, or just because you particular ethnic group, you are not there, and if you are not there, Nigeria cannot move forward, then I will not support you. But if you are removing Tinubu, and if you are removing Tinubu, which option are you bringing? Who are you bringing? Because if you look at all the people that I have just seen, these are people that have been spent. These are people we know their antecedents. These are people we know what they have done in the past. These are people who have helped to plunge Nigeria into what it is today. Some of them are people who have started holding leadership positions in their 30s, in their 20s, in their 40s. And they are still there. They are 70-something, 80-something, and they are still coming around. When will the youth have opportunity? You are always said that, oh, the youth are the leaders of tomorrow. When are the youth going to lead? When are they going to take the position? Are you removing Tinubu? Because you want to remove Tinubu because we are not part of this government. The likes of El-Rufai, Bonaventure, former Senate president, talking about the interim national president, national chairman of the coalition, and all of them. Why are you removing Tinubu? Who are you giving? What are you bringing? Remember, this is the same thing they told us in 2014. Oh, we are removing Jonathan. Oh, Jonathan is not performing. Oh, Jonathan is this, Jonathan is that. And you successfully removed Jonathan. And when you removed Jonathan, you did not bring a very good option. You did not bring a viable option. Nothing changed. Nigeria went down and down and down and down. The same thing happened. Immediately, Tinubu took over on May 29, 2023. Nigeria went down and down and down. So who are you bringing? That's my question. I'm not, opposition should be there. I support opposition. I support coalition. Because what we are seeing happening presently, we are going towards one party. That is not good for our democracy. That is not good at all for our democracy. But are you removing Tinubu to bring something better?
Mr. King.
To bring something better, good. But if you are removing him because you hate him, because he's from Yoruba, because he's from South, because we are not there, then I will not support you.
Right, Mr. King, I think that as you were reeling out our reasons, one has to be, just to be clear, what the coalition is for. Now, they may not have said, those reasons why they want to remove Tinubu, but one thing is certain, that democracy means that there have to be oppositions and coalitions and, parties who will go against the power. And one of the individuals who have been very vocal when it comes to dissent and, speaking truth to power has been himself, Peter Obi. He's talked about, very recently, was a visit of the president to St. Lucia, saying that that was not the perfect time for him to go on travel, and that Nigeria was bleeding at its seams, and more than ever, they need a compassionate leader who needs to be in front to lead. So do you think that this is a tribalism thing, or a thing of zoning, or rather for the sake of Nigerians who deserve a better Nigeria and compassionate leaders?
I think it's all of the above. It's tribalistic, it's because they are not in government, it is a gang up. That is my take, because they have made these promises in the past. PDP made that promise from 2007 from 2003, 2007, 2011, and they never live up to those promises. I will do this, I will do that. Then above all, APC came in 2014 and told us, oh, if we don't do this, chase us out. If we don't have power, chase us out. See, APC has been in power now for 10 years, 2014, 2024, 12 years now. What has changed? What have they done? What have they done differently from PDP? Nothing, nothing. So I don't trust the coalition. I don't trust them. I don't trust any one of them. They were all part of it. Look at that list. You see that most of them is either PDP or APC. That's who they are. So they just want to be in power, not because they have something they want to come and give to Nigeria. For me, let them go for free and fair elections. Let Tinubu allow for free and fair elections. Let Nigeria choose on their own. Let Nigeria make that decision, not individuals making decisions. Individuals have been making decisions for Nigerians for the past 25 years. From 1999, May 29, up to today, they are still making decisions for us, bringing people that are not prepared, people that cannot do anything based on ethnicity, based on zoning. I don't like zoning.
Mr. King, I wish
the best candidate should be there. Even if the best candidate is there for the next 50 years, I don't give a damn. But because of what
Mr. King, we have to be mindful. Just Mr. King, if you can just hear me, we just have to be mindful of what we're doing here. Remember that this is daytime television. I wish that there was enough time if you had let me cut in, because I was going to ask you about, the presidential ticket for the coalition. You're saying that all these people are recycled and political jobbers at best, and you don't think there's anyone who is viable to take the presidential candidate. I wish there's enough time for us to ask then, who will ADC pick with all the juggernaut that we see in the party as a presidential ticket heading forward? But that's all the time we can take. Thank you so much, sir, for coming on. Appreciate you for doing this.